Ah,
Can you hear me?
yep, cahoots.
Perfect. Let's see here.
Alright, I'm gonna mute the stream. I hear myself twice. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, mute the stream.
Do you want me to put my face cam on or anything? I think that could be nice, no? I promise there's like, my room's clean, I swear.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I can pull you up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll pull you up here.
Hang on, I'm gonna... There you go. Oops.
So we're going to talk a little bit about British politics and LGBTQ issues for Britain, because part of the reason why I wanted to stream earlier in the day in an American time zone is for my British friends to enjoy the stream a little bit. And Jade is a good friend of mine, and she wants to help me out, so I'll let you take it away.
Well, so for concerning our people, first of all, I'd like to always commemorate anyone that puts the effort to either highlight the issues or even put an end to them. Like, either way, still bringing awareness, like you mentioned with the genocide. We want to make sure it doesn't even go past the first stage of genocide, and I think that's pretty good. And from as far as the situation on the ground in terms of in the United Kingdom, it's not as bad as in the US, but it really has the potential to completely go south in terms of who we elect as leaders and who leads the majority of counties and everything. And I think the person leading that charge is in this party called the Reform Party, which is UK's Republicans. It's kind of hard to say because there's
They're
more
like
than
mega.
Yeah, Nigel
like the
Farage,
best-
who is the
It's like the
man
best way to
who
describe them, yeah.
yeah, he is the man who has advocated for the party the most, and he is very, I want to say, almost passionate about Trump's methods. And it's evident because I have right here, this is the manifesto of the Reform Party back when they were being elected. I don't know, wait, when was this? This was sorry, hang on, I lost it. No, okay, there it is. This was in 2024. You can, I think you could still find it on their official website, because they do have a website. I have looked at it, and so, and obviously I've read through it all, and the biggest one, which is what concerns our people, is I think we're introducing a patriotic curriculum. Does that sound familiar?
Oh yeah, we're doing that here in America.
I definitely think, especially when it concerns the Americans, it is very familiar what that means. And it basically highlights how in schools, imperialism and slavery will be covered, which I guess is one plus, I suppose, being clear with what your country has done in the past. But it does not end there. It highlights how the transgender ideology will be banned. There will be no gender questioning. Social transitioning and pronoun swapping will be completely prohibited.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, yep, exactly. And let's say, for example, let's say I was to tell a teacher that I am trans. Under the Reform's rule, the teacher would have to tell the parent, "Oh, by the way, your child is this." So it's quite dangerous, especially if the home is very anti and very
Yeah, we have some states that have laws about doing that. So
yeah, and it doesn't help because right now with our current party and stuff, they're really not helping the case when it comes to making a really free utopia for us trans people. Because recently, actually, there has been a law that's been passed where now puberty blockers cannot be prescribed to under 18s, which has always been a really weird misnomer because you take puberty blockers before you're 18. So,
yeah,
excuse my language, I don't get the fucking point to ban it under 18. You might as well just ban it completely. I mean,
it's to be purposefully malicious to us and to
and
punish us.
Is Labour Party supposed to be the centre left? And The
Well,
man that was responsible, his name
doesn't
is
the Labor Party have J.K. Rowling as like a what do you call, like, an advisor, like on the cast report review or whatever?
I'm not too sure. Because obviously, to be honest, I've just blocked J.K. Rowling. I do not see it on my Twitter timeline.
Oh,
Um, I would like to. Well, I mean, obviously, it would be nice if, for example, one of our British viewers would know. I wouldn't know myself. Obviously, I'm quite. I don't know completely 100% everything on the situation on the ground. This is
oh
from
yeah.
what I have seen. Um,
Well, one of the people here brings up Section 28. That was
section,
that
where's section
was
28?
the 80s, right? Where like they banned the talking of being gay or something.
Hmm. Hang on, let me quickly put up the chat. I'm sorry, I need to.
Socha says
Cahoots
that
chat.
she's semi-involved.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, J.K. Rowling is like one of the biggest people that come out of the UK, and unfortunately so. I mean, but as I was mentioning before, the man that led the charge mostly was this man called Wes Streeting, who is the social and medical care like kind of individual who has the affiliation with the Labour Party, and I think it's very counterintuitive banning medication that could potentially help an individual and call yourself somebody, because he said himself like, oh, I'm this, I'm so nice, I really like to care people for pharmaceutically and stuff. I want to make
It,
sure the
isn't
NHS is.
isn't Wes Streeting a gay man, by the way?
I think he has a wife. I don't really go into. I would
I
not be
feel like
surprised though.
I feel like I could have swore he was an LGBT person. Streeting is the
uh
health secretary, yeah.
he does, yes. His name is Joe, so I assume
Wow,
that's a man.
so that is a little ironic, don't you think?
I mean, especially with the LGB alliance, which you
Oh
mentioned
yeah.
before, and we do have a few of those here. It's, I mean, it's like, from me, I do not understand how somebody can just backstab their community and not realize that it's going to eventually hit them in the head. It's gonna backfire. They're gonna be on the chopping block next. If there's no trans people to get rid of anymore, they are next. But they're not.
Yeah. Well, I have a. So Sosha knows about this. I have a quote unquote friend who's a conservative over there. And I think based on how she talks, I think the next group that they're going to go after is people who are Muslim.
Yes.
There seems to be a lot of Islamophobia.
If that's okay,
there.
I do want to touch on that if that's okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I know, because especially in the Labour's leadership, there has been big surgence of illegal immigrants, like as in people that will come here and not like really do much work, because and as a result we can't feed everyone. We're only 68 million people, and it has gone a bit scary as well, because some of these people have slightly backfired and as a result has attacked people. There has been this case, I think it was in somewhere in the Midlands somewhere, there was this riots and everything against Islam, because this one individual who wasn't even Muslim killed 3 girls. And
oh yeah, I heard about that.
we need people to blame nowadays, apparently. So who do they blame? Who is the easiest target in the UK right now? It's it's Muslims.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of them, and they're so quick to blame. And that is another thing that Nigel Farage likes to also go on about. He wants to always, because he also admires Trump's ideas to immigration, how he wants to take the Mexicans, like you said, to Guantanamo Bay and to just back to Mexico as the mainland. And it's the same thing here, and it is scary how much he mirrors him. And now I have actually looked at myself about the amount of party there's not party members, it's like members of the parties in general out of the four in the UK right now, there's Labour, Conservatives, Reform, and Liberal Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Reform have shot up because
Oh yeah, I've seen the poll numbers. It's pretty crazy.
there have been if I'll be honest, there has been a cold streak in terms of who has led us. Conservatives, in my opinion, have failed us completely, and Rishi Sunak, which I think you would have definitely known, tried to write us out of the Equality Act, the 2013 Equality Act, and he had no desire to help us as trans people. And from that day on, I had no respect for the Conservatives. And now with Labour,
their current leader too is pretty transphobic, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep. I personally, I mean, obviously, I have no political belief, and you're probably thinking it's quite strange that I'm touching on a political subject if I'm not in a political position. But I've always tried my best to strive for harmony. I've always tried my best to interact with the humanity that surrounds us, and I do have friends that have the same belief, and I personally think, as of right now, nobody can lead us. I don't think there's any party right now that is ready to lead us. Not Labour, not Conservatives, not Reform. Nobody.
There is some irony in that, is that my conservative friend over there, so she, I hope she's not watching right now, by the way, but anyway, when I first met her, she told me she was part of the Reform Party, and she became disillusioned with Nigel Farage because I guess he wasn't conservative enough for her, because he wasn't like doing enough on the Islamophobia issue. So she was trying to join, I think it's called the National Front. Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the National Front, but I am aware of its existence. And
so I looked it up, and I got nervous and wiped my internet history because it's a Nazi party.
Oh, yes.
She was legitimately going to join, and I had to explain to her why she's going to lose all of her friends and family if she joined. Because she was telling me that her friends were like not cool with it.
It is scary, and I'm not sure I want to be friends, but I do agree.
Yeah.
Socia Sin. Very nice name.
So she's a TERF, and I talked to her. She's okay for me to talk to understand.
Friend?
Yeah, to understand where they're coming from, to understand why they think what they think, so I can better combat the disinformation. So that's, if that makes sense, that's why I like to talk to her about trans issues.
I hope I'm not too loud, by the way. I'm just putting my mic closer.
You're great.
I need my baby to come to me.
You're
baby. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, even if if Reformed are gonna, me personally, I can't go anywhere and feel safe because in my home country, I mean, Poland, it's the big, scary anti-everything in terms of Europe and everything, and
they're very conservative, aren't they?
Very, because they're very Catholic, they're very patriotic, they're very nationalist, they're very everything. It is, I can't go there, I can't stay here. If it's a tough situation, and right now, my main focus as a trans person right now, because I'm not an HRT and I'm really trying to race against the clock to get it as fast as possible, and hopefully then I have enough and I can maybe even transition ahead of the game before anyone else gets elected. That's the entire plan. And
we'll make sure you get there.
Yeah, because right now Nigel Farage, I think, has no intentions with helping us. He's even tweeted out like his thoughts and everything. I mean, he's even made a video. If you really want to know his true character, he made this entire short video of a whole rant, and he was like, "Oh my god, so So I'm over here at this hotel reservation, right? And he was like pointing out these the milk options. It was like semi-skimmed and oat milk and almond milk. I don't want these left options. Where's the proper milk? I'm there like, he's going to lead us at some point.
See, I'll admit, I'm not quite familiar with him. The only thing I know about him is that he like led the charge for Brexit or whatever.
Yes, because before,
Yeah.
sorry, because before it was the Brexit Party, and obviously most of the party defected from the Conservatives, so to better push the thing. But even after they got the Brexit deal, it wasn't them that was leading the country. It was the Conservatives that had to, and I don't think the Conservatives actually wanted to do with Brexit. So you can probably tell they've been dealt a bad hand. Not even the party that wanted it is not leading the country, and they were stuck with a situation they did not want to be in. And it's also in this manifesto as well that the Reform have pointed out. They even wanted to really, because obviously, Nigel, he's a very nationalistic man. He really wants to like make sure the EU is not involved in anything, and that even includes making sure that any EU fleets or boats don't take any British quotas in terms of fishing or anything to do with maritime. So
he's an isolationist.
Almost, yes, but I think after COVID and stuff, I think we really got hit hard in terms of how much Brexit truly affected us.
Oh yeah.
And obviously he's also anti-vaccination as well, and
it's kind of like they all follow the same playbook, like
yes,
like they have all the same beliefs. It doesn't matter what country they're from, they're all anti-vaxxer. They all have a list of things that they check.
Absolutely.
Transphobe, Islamophobic. Yeah,
that is very true. But obviously it's not to say that Labour have done the wisest choices either. I mean, I think, for example, obviously, like I think Islam, is a religion that can live in harmony. I think all religions, can live in harmony. I think there is a solution to living together. But one time Labour, I don't know if you read the story. It was, I think, back in 2013 to 2014. This was back when I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name on Twitch, but there was this big group in Syria and Iraq, and they were very big.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say their name. I don't risk. Yeah, I don't want you to get banned or anything.
Banned because of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say their name, but we're just gonna call them we're gonna call them the group. So if you probably remember, there was these two girls, very young girls, and this was when the group were getting quite big, and the group told these girls, "You can come join us as wives."
I think I remember this. Yeah.
Yep, and Labour have made the efforts to try and get her back, which I personally disagree with. I think if you are aware, it's like how your friend wanted to join the nationalist front, the national front. I think if you are going into a situation is bad, I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be slapped on the wrist. Don't do it again. I think you should not be let off easy at all. And I think because obviously, to the bottom of my heart, I mean, I do have Muslim friends. I think they are the nicest people ever. They also have very good food. That's a little side that they have really nice food. I think generally, but that aside, and the group I think was a group that really tainted their name. Because I told you before how in college there was a big racism problem and a kind of attempt to segregate in terms of friend groups and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's when I made the speech to the student services to address it, because I don't want my friends to, be forced to go somewhere somewhere else in the college. I don't want them to be forced to not go to the services which they provide. I want to do something about it. I mean,
You don't want segregation.
clearly no. I think because that it goes against my entire belief of wanting to live in harmony, just peace, everything.
Yeah, a lot of people here are advocating a separate but equal policy.
I do believe there is a solution one day where we can all live as one. And I know might sound silly to some people, but I do believe it. I think I want to try my best to do it. I've been trying my best to do it, and it's been challenged a lot of times, and I've always been scared to, talk up front, which is why I'm taking this step today to voice my opinion.
Well,
Hi, guys.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You're going to be
Thanks.
a featured guest on the show, so.
Yeah, I hope you guys like me, because I've tried my best to not stutter, because
I mean,
nice.
we should also say that you do stream what is it, that math game, right?
Oh yeah. It's Jump Dash. It's trial and error game, platformer game. I also stream lots of things. I'm gonna stream Overwatch one day as well, because people are running for it again. So I think that's the opportunity to do it. I also stream Destiny 2. I want to stream as many things as possible. That way, everyone can just,
Chat loves
we
you.
can all. They do. Nice to meet you. Oh my god, I love you.
Chat loves you. You see, you're gonna be a featured guest on the show. You're gonna come out and talk about British politics, and we're gonna have a great time.
I hope so. I hope I can definitely, because I hope I can find more to touch on. Sorry, I'm not good with words. It's 10 p.m. here.
Hey, I mean, before I started this, I was having an anxiety attack, so I mean, it all happens.
For me, it's more exhaustion. I'm just here like.
Yeah, I tried to like hit the happy medium between like not too early in the morning here, but not too late over there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I offered to do this because usually I'd be asleep by now, because usually I have very early starts in like my weekend shifts. I have to get up like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. get there.
Gosh. Yeah.
But now I start. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, we can let you get going here soon then.
Does anyone have questions for? I don't know what my title should be. I don't want to say queen. That's reserved for my streams only.
Yeah.
You are clearly the queen here.
You know, the irony is that I'm pretty sure my badge for my subscriber is actually a coronation thing, like a what do they call it?
So
a
cool.
diadem. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because my original.
I see that.
My original gamer tag was Princess Jen, so I try to be like princess. Yeah. Because
I actually tried to enter your stream by the link that you put in your bio, which was Princess Jen. I was like, oh, that's a cute name, but then I go to it's not available. And they're like,
yeah. I figured if I'm gonna be trying to talk about politics, I have to like do a little bit of a rebrand. But
yeah, I like that new name. Jenna fights for you. I like that. It's badass. Yeah. I think we'll fight for you as well. It's instead of a love triangle, it's a fighting triangle. It's a fight club. Damn it! I broke rule number 1. I wasn't supposed to fight club.
See, I thought you might be a little young to do that reference, but
no. When you're a movie nerd like me, the age has no bounds. I love like just movies in general, but
yeah, because that is kind of more my era. But we'll let you get going here. Okay.
Thanks for considering the time zones, someone said.
Yeah.
Is that to me or?
Both of
I'm not
us.
too sure. Oh,
Yeah.
no problem. I obviously when Jen was saying this entire thing, I was like, I want to join. I would like to, because I do think always your message should be given to everyone worldwide. You know, grab a message and punch Elon and Trump and everyone in the face. You know,
Fight fascism.
exactly. Even, I mean, I'm not a really violent person, but I'll kick their asses.
That's good. But I really appreciate having you on my show. We still got to figure out a name for my show, but really appreciate having you on.
I would love to circulate names of you at some point. That'd be really cool.
But yeah, we should do that. But
Of course.
yeah, it was good having you on. We'll have you on again probably next few weeks or so, whenever you're free.
I hope so.
So thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you for having me. And I hope for the next time, let's hope that British politics and US politics get a little bit more positive and we have more optimistic things to talk about.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, touch wood. Guys, I love you all. Mwah.
Okay. Thank you, Jade.
See ya.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment. I kind of want to do that for my weekend streams, you know, for my British, you know, in general European followers. I want to be able to show them that, hey, I'm fighting for you guys too, you know, that I am paying attention to your guys' politics. So I hope you guys appreciate that. I'm going to try to bring on other guests who are in the know in British politics. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you for all the subs and follows. I really appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. You've stuck with me for 2.5 hours. It's great. I love you guys. But it's time to go. Getting kind of exhausted. So you guys have a good night, okay? Bye.